Hello, good evening. This is me, Ahmed, talking to you from English with Us. And today, as this is the second introductory episode of the channel, we would like to talk about the journey or the plan that I had in order to learn the language or in order to speak this language. Basically, my journey began long ago, since 2015, and that was really long time. And I started Evelyn and I continued. First, I started the journey of my learning language with the center, which you call the EDC, which stands for English Discussion Center. And ever since, I continued up to finish the basic levels. I started from level 1 and I took the placement test, and then I passed, and I have started from level 1, and then I moved through different teachers, and that's really impacted my own journey for learning language. And I remember at the beginning of 2016 or 2017, I started my high school, and then I presumed the high school. I took the Sydney certificate, and then I finished and I stopped at level 6. What I would like to tell you about this period that I had, I learned one thing, is that whenever you start learning language, don't you ever stop or don't you ever quit, because whenever you stop at any moment of time, you will forget, at least you will forget the things that you know or the things that you knew. For example, now, if you play football or if you play music or whatever skills that you practice regularly, and if, let's assume that you had some cases, you became a sick, let's say a sick person, and then you stopped for a certain time, then when you come back to play music or play football or try to cook, if you're a professional cook, you try to cook, you will definitely fail. Why you failed? Not because you are not good, but you had a gap or you stopped for a long time. This is what I mean. So that's false for the language. When you start learning language, you need to continue. How can you continue? We continue by different things or different styles. For example, if I stop, that doesn't mean I should be away from English. Yes, significantly I will be away from the building, teachers. That's what we call it, the face-to-face interactions. But I will never be away from, let's say, media or from my YouTube channels or from my, what we call it, music or my phone's apps. So what I'm trying to tell here is that whenever you stop learning language for circumstances or problems that you face, you need to focus with this. You need to back to your own applications. You need to back to your own listening audios. And you never stop. This is the idea. So also you will find yourself that you wasted a massive time or a considerable amount of time that you shouldn't ever wasted. So this is the point. And also I came back and I resumed my journey, and I have finished 2018 and I graduated 2018, and also I start teaching. So the conclusion of this journey by ending the advanced level 8 and 7, I remember when I came to EDC first, I couldn't pronounce the proper words, but later on I realized that everything is easy by putting more efforts, more diligence. Working day in and day out would really make a significant change in your own personality, whatever exercise or whatever skills that you are practicing or putting in. Okay, this is the first things. Diligence is most important for human life. And the second step or the second thing is that commitment, or we call it discipline, lets all of us move and never stop. For example, now if you remember, all of us here, the journey of our primary school wasn't easy. It was really hard tremendously hard for all of us. You know, you wake up every day 7 o'clock morning and put on your clothes and dress and move, pick the transportation and have the class and then have the breakup, and all these things really matter and really hard for all of us. But later on, we accept the reality. We accept that we should fight for these things. These our success that we need to finish, or we need to attain that success. We need to achieve that success. That's valuable. So the same thing falls to the language, falls to the anything that you want to practice. For example, for me, Ahmed, I started this channel with difficulties. I have thought, or I really thought of this idea to make this channel long ago, but I faced many troubles. One of them, I lacked technical stuffs to build or to launch my own first videos. Even I started with the phone, and then later on I happened to come through different people to change my life and to change the skills or to change my techniques. Okay, this is the idea. Commitment, diligence are very important. And the third of all, which motivates people, faith, or what you call it, belief. If you have a goal, if you have a plan, if you don't have a belief or a faith that these things is going to be a success or is going to be a good idea, you will never have it. That's the point. Okay, all right. And then also EDC was a good environment for me to learn the language. I had many great teachers. They had taught me, and I still have the appreciation and gratitude for all of them forever to come, and they really made my life, and they changed my life for the better. I learned many things. I learned that if you come to EDC, or if you engage, or if you associate or connect yourself with an environment that's a healthy one, you will have good social networking, good communication skills, and you'll try to understand and come through different people. When you come through different people, this is going really to change. Really is going to change your whole life or your entire life for the better, not for the worse. Okay? Take advantage of your time. Time is precious for all of us. We should never waste it. When you come or when you join any place for learning, any platform for learning, you need to understand first, basic thing, that what you or what I am going to take out of this. So take benefit, take advantage out of every practical things that you always do. Okay, and lastly, I finished with the blessing of God. I learned the language with hardship and difficulties, but I never gave up. I always had a motive that I have a plan, which is finishing the language and become a good English speaker, or at least someone who can speak and someone who can understand English and someone who can communicate with English. Lastly, I finished and I became a teacher, and now I am filming myself here to help all you as a beginners, advanced learners, whatever level are you. I'm helping you to learn and never give up, and that's my advice. And thank you all for watching. And I would like also to thank all people who really made a difference to my channel, who participated, who viewed my videos, and who subscribed. And I like your comment, and thank for all of you who did comment to my first video. And I also need this second time. I needed to comment on my video below and to tell me what next are you willing to have or would you like to hear. And thank you very much, and I appreciate that.